other environment that can take the life of the children. So it's not only kidnappers that can kill children. A school that does not have the right column and the right beam can collapse and kill children. So we want parents, PTAs, we want them to put the people they are paying hundreds of thousands to question, to ask them, what have you put in place to do this? Are you part of the community where you are? Let me give you one very good example. A proprietress in Lagos State called me that she's worried. She has a school in a good part of Lagos. So our school is on the other side of the road and a public school is on the other side of the road. And the children from public school tends to be picking on the children from private school as if you think you people are rich and this and that. And she called my attention to say, okay, is this where these children are going to out there? So, and I said, what do you want to do? She said, well, she suggests. I said, well, maybe you should start an inclusive program from whatever excess you can do as a community project to help the school across the road so that those children in that school will know that, well, something is coming from here. One of the things she put in place was a free training program, vocational training, a little bit of workshop here and there. So the parents have a duty to make sure that the environment where their children are going to school are safe. The schools, they are business entities. Of what use is a child that is going to be kidnapped or killed if she's brilliant or got the best result in Africa? So I have information, first-hand information about some schools, and I realized that their response to security challenges is a little bit appalling. Let me give you a very good example. A school will comfortably buy a multimedia system for a classroom that will display everything to teach their children, but they are not ready to pay 1/10 of that same amount for a security survey. There is a security survey, like the previous speaker said, that there are things you can do. It could be on paper, just the way you have the survey plan for your property that you are building. You know, the survey plan puts safety in place, the topography of the place, whether it's friendly, whether it's a place that is going to be sinking your building, and you have that, and that is what everybody start building on, including the people that are going to draw your architectural plans. So what we need to do now is that we need to get to that position where we get school proprietors and proprietors in private school and school management authority in public school to do an urgent review of their school environment, bearing in mind safety to life and property.
Now, we understand that the kidnappers called, a parent of one of the children that was kidnapped. They're demanding 1.2 billion naira. I mean, when you break down the figures, I think they're asking for specific amounts for each of the children, and even the cooks, we understood, were also kidnapped in conjunction with the children. How would you ask the parents in this instance to respond, since now the kidnappers are beginning to get in touch with them?
I will want to advise the parents to try and ensure that they work with authorities. The problem does not lie on them. It is wrong. It is very, very wrong anywhere in the world to negotiate or pay ransom to kidnappers. Doing so is empowering that industry, is giving them resources to do more. No matter how desperate you are, there is a system in place. No matter how poor, appalling, or porous that system is, we still need to work with it. There is an anti-kidnapping section of Nigerian police force, and we have enough resources. There has been results in the past. It is not every children that are kidnapped that were killed, that were raped, or that ransom was paid for. So let us try and look at this and stay calm and try as much as possible to work with authorities. I also want to advise the authorities to put a media in place by which they will be calming the parent down. So I expect somebody to be with the parent by now, guiding them on what to say, what not to say, and also to ensure that the story we've been hearing in the past, that while police are trying to do something, the parents are also trying to do something, and at the end of the day, I've seen a situation where ransom was paid. And the victim is yet to be found for almost 4 years now. So my advice to these parents today is that please, I know that the situation you are in is not what I am in. And you may be thinking that it's because I'm not in that situation. But negotiating directly with kidnappers and paying them ransom is not going to help them.
Let's go to Lagos now and take some more questions from my colleagues.
Abalarinwa, it's good to see you this morning. Quickly here, it would seem as if we haven't helped ourselves as a nation. It looks like we've always paid ransom. That is why we haven't seen a reduction or a stop to all of this, isn't it?
Yes, I will agree with you, and it is part of the bad money that goes around. Once you pay that money, like I said,